Hello, hello. I am back today and I'm going to show you my foundation routine. I have already completed my eye makeup. If you want details about that, I can leave them below if you request that. But yeah, so I'm going to show you how I do my foundation routine, and more importantly, the Touch Behold Translucent Setting Powder just became available to purchase today. So I do want to show you how to use this amazing product, and it's kind of nicknamed Baking the Face. I think that's weird, but that's what people call it. So I'm going to show you some tips and tricks to bake the face. First and foremost though, I want to tell you that I started off with priming my face with the Touch Glorious Face and Eye Primer. And so that's been on my face for about 5 minutes now, so I'm ready to apply my foundation. If you don't know who I am, my name is Amanda Williams, and I am currently a Purple Status Presenter with Younique. And if you've never tried Younique products, you should. I don't know what you're waiting for. They're truly amazing, and I'm going to show you how to get a full coverage, matte finish, flawless look. You can see I have some imperfections here at the beginning of this video. Also, I did put self-tanner on today, and I haven't washed it off yet, so if I gradually get darker throughout the duration of this live video, that's why. Okay, so first off, we're gonna start off with some Touch Mineral Liquid Foundation in the color Taffeta. Again, because I have some self-tanner on, I'm hoping that it's not gonna be too far off of my color. So you're gonna wanna go ahead and just shake that up really well. And it is a liquid foundation, so the product is gonna settle within the dropper. So you're gonna wanna make sure to squeeze out all the product that's in the dropper before you give it a really good shake. Okay, so once it's all shaken up, we're gonna concentrate putting the foundation, for the most part, all over the face, but we're gonna avoid a little bit of this under eye area because I am going to apply concealer in that area, and then we're gonna bake the face in that area with our new Touch Behold Translucent Powder, which I'll repeat since I have more people joining, this is available as of today, and it will sell out. So if you even think that you want this or like this by the end of this video, don't hesitate to order it because it might not be available later today. All right, so we're just gonna put a couple of drops. I'm actually running out. My new shipment should be in today, tomorrow, maybe Monday, who knows? Okay. So I'm gonna use an oval brush to blend in this foundation. I need to clean my brushes though. We do have a liquid foundation brush that I equally love. This just covers, it's almost the same exact bristles. It feels exactly the same, except for this just covers a little more. And I like the flexibility, and these are like 10 bucks on Amazon. This is the only oval brushes I've tried. But anyway, here we go. And if you have any questions while you're watching, please ask them now so I can answer them. I mean, seriously, I cannot get over how much coverage our liquid foundation provides. Now, this is tricky for me because usually I do my eye makeup last, and I usually do my face makeup first and my eye makeup last. So, and my lipstick is usually always last. So I gotta be careful not to overlap all this. We'll put a little under there so it all blends nicely. I can already tell it's a tiny bit lighter than what I got going on over here. Okay, now I'm gonna just take a smaller oval brush and kind of just get in there a little better. Okay, let me even go smaller. I have like 3 of them here. And go right in there. I just want to make sure all this blends nice. Get right up underneath that nose creases. Okay, go around those eyebrows. By the way, I am obsessing. If you guys follow me over on Instagram, I posted a picture today of the Moodstruck Brow Obsession Palette. If you do not have this, you need to get it. Hi, Valerie. Thanks for joining, girl. Okay, so there's my liquid foundation on my face. Now I'm going to press in a few areas the powder that I use. It's the pressed powder. This is the color Chiffon, and this is the powder puff brush. Okay, so then I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna press this. Okay, let's see here. Okay, there is the pressed powder. My nose always runs when I do videos, which is really bizarre. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to add concealer on my under eye, and then I'm immediately going to bake my under eye. I'm gonna let that set for about 5 minutes while I finish the rest of my face. I'm gonna brush that off and then do some highlighting, contouring, you know, all that kind of stuff. So this is my next step. I'm going to take the Uplift Beauty Serum and the Mineral Touch Skin Perfecting Concealer in the color Velour. I'm going to add a little to my hand. A little goes a very long way. I'm going to add 1 drop of the Uplift Serum. Now I could just go in with the Skin Perfecting Concealer on my under eye, but because I am aging, I do have lots of little wrinkles in here. So if I didn't add the Uplift Serum, I would feel like the concealer was just too thick and it would actually draw attention to those under eye areas. So I wanna make sure to dilute it with the Uplift Serum, and the purpose of the Uplift Serum, it just adds a lot of hydration, and it makes it look, your skin just look really, and looks and feels really supple. So it's just not gonna dehydrate that area and make it look more wrinkly than it already is. And you guys might be thinking that it's not, but it really is starting to get, I'm gonna be 35 this year. Ugh. Anyway, okay, so I'm just going to take my finger and I'm just gonna very gently apply this concealer to my under eye area. And I'm gonna make sure it looks kind of like a V. Okay, now I'm gonna kind of leave that alone, and I'm gonna set it in a minute. But the reason why I'm kind of leaving it alone is because I'm allowing my skin to warm up the product, because then at that point it'll blend easier. So I'm just grabbing a little more on the back of my hand here. And I'm using you can tell, like I'm using really gentle pressure. Okay. So, and I'm gonna do a little down my nose. Might be a little too much here. Cupid's bow. And then some people do their chin. I already feel like my chin protrudes quite a bit, so I'm not gonna draw attention to that, but I will add a little of this concealer right in my forehead area. Now I'm gonna go in with my Real Techniques, a nickname could be like a beauty blender. This isn't the actual like beauty blender. Okay, you can get this at like Walmart. Now it is dampened. I wet it down and then I took a towel and I like desaturated it completely. So it's just damp. I'm gonna go in there and very lightly and gently just dab the product into my face. Now I'm not gonna wipe the product, okay? I'm gonna press it in. Okay, really gently. You can turn it around. This is an angled side. You can just get like right up and in there without like ruining your under eye makeup if you've already completed that. And we'll obviously touch up the under eye area here in a few minutes. Okay, and once it looks like it's blended in nicely, then we're gonna bake the face. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the Touch Behold translucent powder. Now you can see it kind of has a little squishy net right here that keeps the product inside. And then what's nice is this cap, when you put the lid on, it presses into that little fluffy trampoline looking area in there. So then when you open it, your product is not gonna go all over the place. So I really love that, the packaging on this. Like love it. So you're gonna take your beauty blender again, it's dampened, and you're gonna press it in here. Don't be afraid to just load that sucker up. And then I'm about to show you, Chandra. Okay, so we're gonna get quite a bit here. And you're gonna go in and you're just gonna press. Now you wanna do it immediately after concealing, and the point of doing that is so that there's you don't allow any time for that concealer to start creasing. Go on top of the nose there. Now you're gonna think, oh my goodness gracious, like there is so much powder on my under eyes, but this is translucent, although it might not look like it at first just because there's so much product in one area. However, once we whisk it away, as it like warms up on the skin and all that jazz, you will definitely see that it is translucent. Okay, so we're gonna press it on your forehead. Now, you might wonder what like a setting powder or baking, anything like that, you might wonder like what is the purpose of it? Well, it blurs any wrinkling or imperfections that you have in those under eye areas. And like I said, as it warms up, it's just gonna, and once I whisk it away with a big like fluffy brush, it is just going to leave that area looking absolutely flawless. And actually the longer you let this like powder like set on, the better it is. And if you feel like you even need this like a little bit more, you can go in. This is our, let's see, it's our new powder concealer brush. And you can even add more if you want. It kind of seems a little much if you're going in there. But we're gonna leave that powder on, like I said, for about 5 minutes. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to some contouring. I'm going to take the beachfront bronzer that we have in the color Malibu. I don't know if you can see, like, I mean, there's just like quite a bit of translucent powder on me. We're gonna leave that set though. And do some contouring. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna take a taffeta concealer, hiding there from me for a second, and I'm just gonna squirt a tiny bit on my hand right about there, and I'm gonna take the end of this concealer brush one little pimple there that's a little darker than I like, and then I'm gonna set it with that translucent powder, and then I'm gonna whisk it away here in a minute. Okay. Now, again, anything you contour is going to get sucked in. Anything you highlight is gonna pop out. So you just have to know your face and play around with makeup to know like the areas that you want to look more popped out and the areas that you feel like you need to suck in. Okay, then I can go in with a little bit of this bronzer, and I'm gonna do a little bit of contouring on the sides of my nose here. Not a lot, just a tiny bit. We'll blend that out in just a minute. Okay, so I think it's been about 5 minutes. I'm going to take a giant fluffy EcoTools brush. It doesn't have a name or anything like that on there, but I'm gonna go through and whisk away that translucent powder. Just real gently. And you'll see, look, I mean, you guys, you saw at the beginning of this video what my under eye situation looked like. It was kind of crazy how much dark circles I had, but with this concealer and with the translucent powder, it just left a flawless coverage and finish in that area. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is use some blush. This is Seductive Mineral Blush. Little goes a long way. This is the blusher brush, Younique blusher brush. It's extremely pigmented. I only dabbed it in there once, so rub it on the mirror a little bit, tap off the excess, give a good little smile. Okay, gorgeous. Okay, now we're gonna go in with a highlighter. This is the Touch a la Mode Powder Illuminizer from Younique. This color is called Benevolent. It's kind of blowing out, which it should because it's a highlighter. So I'm going to take a stippling brush that I have. It's the MAC 130 brush. Okay, and then I'm just going to use circular motion to get it on my brush, tap it off slightly. While I'm putting this on, I want you guys to take a look at, I'm just gonna add this to the tip of my nose. Although my nose does kind of turn up on the end, I still like a little highlight on my nose, so you can see there. This highlighter, I get so excited when it comes down to highlighting. While I'm talking about this though, I wanted to talk about the About Face collection. If you've never tried Younique and you want to give it a try, definitely a money-saving collection is the way to go. And if you want this this Touch Behold translucent setting powder. It does, you can buy it individually, or you can get it in the About Face collection, along with the liquid foundation, the concealer, and it does come with a Touch a la Mode cream illuminizer, and you could definitely get Benevolent and put it on. It is a cream, and it will dry to like a powdery finish once you put that on. But yeah, so definitely go check out the About Face collection, because it comes with everything that I used here today except for the blush, of course. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to touch up a little bit of my under eye. Let's grab a mirror here. Since I did the powder, it went over slightly my mascara. Usually I would wait to the very end to do the mascara anyway. I had done a little bit of it prior, but we'll just have to touch it up a little bit. Okay, so you're gonna wanna make sure to touch that up. And so at the end, where you feel like you've gotten your full face and you're good to go, just take that big fluffy brush again. I try not to go over the highlighted area. And just go through and add a little bit more of what was on the brush to your whole face, and looky there. We're all done. The very last step would be to set your face with like a rose water or a setting spray, whatever you like. I love this one. So, and I actually started out prepping my face with the same product. So this just, oh God, I love rose water. This just kind of gives it a really refreshing feel, sets all that powder in place. So I will be looking like this the rest of the day. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it on Facebook. If you'd like, I would appreciate that. But if you do want to order this, my link to order is youniquewilliams.com. And if you have any questions or need color match for the foundation, just leave me a message. Find me on Instagram, go find me on Facebook. You can find me or just shoot me a message here. But thank you guys so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.